everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to learn how to create Zoho project tasks for Slack message. So I have a community of my team members on Slack, and on that same community, we receive different tasks for different team members of my organization on regular basis. Now my objective is that whenever the task will be received on Slack message, automatically that same Slack should be added in Zoho Projects, which is an amazing task and project management software. So how we are going to automate this entire process? For this, we will have to set up a connection between Slack and Zoho Projects, and that we are going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. So Pabbly Connect works on two principles, trigger and action. So in trigger, we are going to take Slack, and in action, we are going to take Zoho Projects. And we will set up a connection between both these applications without any coding or programming skills to automate this entire process. And to learn this entire automation step by step, let me take you all to my screen. In this video, we are going to learn how to create a new task in Zoho Projects whenever a new message will be received on Slack. So I have created a community for my team members on Slack, and I wanted whenever I'm going to receive a new message on that community related to the task to be assigned to the team members, then I want to add the same task in Zoho Projects. Okay, so Zoho Projects is an amazing task and project management software where you can manage all your projects as well as tasks for your team of your organization very easily. Okay, so here to create an automation for this entire process, I'm going to set up a connection between Slack and Zoho Projects, and that I'm going to do without any coding or programming skills with the help of this amazing automation software Pabbly Connect. So this is the home page of Pabbly Connect where we can reach by tapping this URL pabbly.com/connect. After coming over here, we can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are an existing user, you can directly click on sign in, but if you are a new user, you have to click on this sign up for free button to create your free new account. Also, when you will create your account, you will get 100 free tasks every month to explore this amazing software and to test multiple automations. And trust me, when you're going to create your account, it is not going to take more than 2 minutes. Okay. Now, because I'm already an existing user, I'm going to click on sign in. This is the all app section where we can find all the products which are offered by Pabbly. So you can find here are multiple products: Pabbly Connect, Pabbly subscription billing, Pabbly email marketing, Pabbly form builder, Pabbly email verification. Okay, so among these products, because we want to create an automation, so we are going to click on this access now button on Pabbly Connect. Okay, so let's do that. And we can find that it has taken us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So here on the dashboard, we can find all our workflows which we have created. And we can also create different folders over here to save our workflows accordingly. Now, to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option. Let's do that. And here a dialog box will appear in front of us, which is asking us to provide a name to this workflow. So first of all, let us provide a name over here. Create task in Zoho Projects from new Slack messages. So after giving this name, here I'm going to select the folder in which I want to save this workflow. So I have already created a folder with the name as task and project management. So I'm going to select that and done. Let's click on create. As we have done that, we can find that two windows are open in front of us. So these are trigger and action. So as I already told you that Pabbly Connect runs on these two principles. So basically trigger and actions are the main concepts or the building blocks on which the entire automation works. The trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards our trigger. So whatever we are going to select in our trigger is going to command the entire workflow, and the actions are going to follow that same command. Therefore, we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. Now let's suppose we are going to take Slack in our trigger and Zoho Projects in our action, and we want that whenever we are going to receive a message from Slack, automatically according to that message a task should be added in Zoho Projects. So clearly we can see that action is following what the trigger commands, because when the trigger happens, that means when the message is received from Slack, then only the task is created and added in Zoho Projects, otherwise no. So after understanding the concept of trigger and action, let's start creating the workflow step by step. First of all, we will select our trigger application, and that will be Slack. So let's select that. And now we have to select the trigger event. So trigger event is the event on the happening of which the workflow is going to trigger or start. So here we are going to select new message as our trigger event, because we want that whenever a new message will be received from Slack, then automatically the response should be captured over here, and with that response the workflow should get triggered. Okay, so now let's click on connect, and now to build a connection with Slack, we have two options: add new connection or select existing connection. So to create a new connection with Slack, I'm going to select add new connection over here, and as we have done that, now we have to click on this connect with Slack account. But before that, if you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that. Now when we are going to click on connect with Slack, here it is asking us for the token type. Okay, so we have to provide a token, either user or bot. And how we are going to do that? First of all, for that we have to click on this hyperlink. and it has taken us towards the forum page of Pabbly. So when we will scroll down, all the instructions are provided to us that how we are going to use user or bot as our token type. So it is given over here that with the token type user, you will have the following permissions. So if you want to perform following functions such as add star, remove star, invite a user to channel, send private channel message, okay, add reminder, send channel topic, etc., then you have to use user as your token type. But in case if you want to perform following functions such as send channel message, send direct message, get user by ID, and all these functions, then you have to enter bot as your token type. Okay, so here my objective is that whenever I'm going to receive a channel message from Slack, then I want to receive the response in Pabbly Connect. Therefore, I am going to enter bot as my token type over here. Okay, after entering it, now I'm going to click on save. So basically here we are going to set up a bot so that whenever a message will be received by a user on Slack, the response will be automatically captured in Pabbly Connect. Now, Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Slack account. So let's click on allow because it is 100% safe. And as we have done that, we can find that our authorization has become successful. So let's move forward. Now here we have to select the channel. So I'm going to take you back towards my Slack account, and this is my channel name. The name of my channel is Pabbly Team, you can find, and I'm going to select the same over here. Okay. So I've selected my channel. Now when we are going to click on save and send test request button, we will receive the response. So one more thing I have to tell you that Slack is based on 10 minutes polling time. So whenever we are going to receive the message on Slack, after 10 minutes, Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response of that message. So now when we are going to click on save and send test request button, then we are going to receive the last message which was received on Slack channel. So this is the last message. You can see, hello team, here is a new task for social media team. The details are, this is the task name, this is the description, this is the due date of the task, and here is the note, please complete the task before due date. Okay, so when we are going to click on save and send test request button, because this is the last message which we have received on our channel, so we are going to receive the response of this same message over here in Pabbly Connect. So let's click on save and send test request button. And we can find that yes, here we have received the response. In the response, you can find that we have received the text, and this is the same text. This is the same task which we have received on Slack. Okay. So this means that our connection between Slack and Pabbly Connect is successful. So now whenever a new message will be received on Slack channel, after 10 minutes, the response of that message will be automatically captured over here in Pabbly Connect. Now because we have received this response, let's move forward and we have to create a task with this message on Zoho Projects. So what we are going to do, we will have to connect Zoho Projects with Pabbly Connect. But before that, here because we have received the task details in the form of a message. So first of all, we will have to fetch out all the details from this message, such as task name, the description of the task, due date. And how we are going to do that? With the help of text formatter. Okay, so in our action application, before connecting Zoho Projects, let's connect text formatter. So let's select our action application as text formatter by Pabbly, which is an amazing inbuilt feature of Pabbly, which allows us to format the text according to our choice and our workflows. Okay, so here we are going to select the action event that will be text parser. So with the help of this particular event, we are going to parse the text and we are going to fetch out the correct details we want. Okay, so let's click on connect, and as we have done that, we can find that here we have to enter the details. First of all, it is asking us to select the text which we want to parse. Alright, so I want to format the text that we have received as a message from Slack. So we have already received the Slack response. Let's select that, and this is the text message. When we are going to select that, it is mapped over here. Now what is mapping? Mapping is inserting data from previous step. Whenever we map the data from previous step, it becomes dynamic. That means when we have mapped this message, now with each and every new response, it is going to be replaced automatically in this field. So whenever a new message will be received from Slack, automatically the message is going to be with a new message. In this way, we are going to set the automation that whenever we are going to receive the message, automatically the task will be created in Zoho Projects. But in case if we will enter the data manually over here one by one by typing or by copy and pasting, then the data will become static. And then in that case, it is not going to replace with each and every new response. Okay, so because we are creating an automation and we do not want to do anything manually after creating this automation, therefore we have to map the data. Now the next, it is asking us to select the text match after and text match before. So first of all, I want to fetch out the task name from this message, and the task name we can find is given before this task colon, and it is given before the description colon. So here we have to enter text match after. So what text, that means task name is given after task colon. So I'm going to enter task colon over here exactly, which is given over here, and the next is text match before. So the task name is given before the description. So I'm going to enter description over here. Okay, now when we are going to click on save and send test request button, we can see that we have received the task name. Okay, so in this way we have splitted the text and we have parsed out the data which we wanted. Now in the same manner, let's click on this add action step button to add one more action step over here, and that will be text formatter once again. And in the same manner, we are going to format the text and we will fetch out the description of the task this time. So let's select the action event as text parser. Let's click on connect, and here once again I'm going to map the text, and this time we want to fetch out the description of the task, which is given after the description colon and it is given before due date. So I'm going to enter description over here in the text match after, and in text match before field we have to enter the due date. Okay, now let's click on save and send test request button. And here we can find that in the description of the task is received. So let's once again click on this add action step button, and quickly we are going to fetch out the due date as well. So I'm going to map the text once again. And from this text, because we want to fetch out the due date, so it is given after due date, I'm going to enter over here due date colon, and it is given before please. So I'm going to enter please. Now here I have set a particular format to be received as a Slack message whenever the task will be assigned. Therefore, I have used a text formatter. So you also have to keep in mind that you have to set up specific format of receiving the task on Slack. Then only you will be able to parse the text from this text formatter, okay? Because we have entered the details manually over here, you can find. Now we are going to click on save and send test request button once again, and here we have received the correct date. So let's move forward. And finally, now we are going to set up a connection between Zoho Projects to create a task. So let's click on this add action step button once again, and here we are going to select Zoho Projects. Okay, now we have to select the action event that will be create a task, because we want to create a task whenever the message will be received from Slack. Let's click on connect, and now I'm going to click on this add new connection button to create a new connection with Zoho Projects. Okay, but if you already have an existing connection, you can also go with that. Now we are going to click on connect with Zoho Projects, and it is asking us to provide a domain name. So for this, I'm going to take you towards my Zoho Projects account, and here when you're going to look towards the URL, you can see that our domain is given over here as zoho.in. So I will simply copy that and I will paste it over here. In the same manner, you have to provide the domain in which you are working. So here we have multiple options. You can select the domain from these options as well. You have to check the domain from the URL of your Zoho Projects account. Now let's click on save. And now Pabbly Connect is asking us for the permission to access our Zoho Projects. Okay, so we are going to click on accept because it is 100% safe. And as we have done that, our authorization has become successful and our Zoho Projects account is successfully connected with Pabbly Connect. Okay, so after building the connection, let's move forward. Here we have to enter the details in these fields to create a task. Now, first of all, it is asking us to select the portal ID. For that, I'm going to take you towards my Zoho Projects account. And here I'm going to go towards my profile section. You can see that it is given my accounts and my portals. When I'm going to click on that, here this is my portal ID. Okay, so I'm going to go back now towards Pabbly Connect and the portal ID is selected over here. Let's move forward. Here we have to select the project ID. So we will create multiple projects on our Zoho Projects account. Okay, in which project we want to add the task, we have to select that ID. So my project ID is PC1. So I'm going to go back towards Pabbly Connect and it is already selected over here. The next is task name. So we have already formatted the message which we have received from Slack with the help of text formatter, and we have received task name, task description and the date from that message. So we will simply one by one map that. This is the task name. Okay, the next is task description, and here will be the date. So we have received due date, so I'm going to enter end date over here. That will be the due date, and we have to enter the due date in month, date and the year format. It is given over here. So if you have not received that in response, you will have to format it with the help of date time formatter. Now the next is task list ID. So in which list you want to create the task. I'm going to go back towards Zoho Projects, and this is my list, social media team. I want that whenever I'm going to receive the Slack message, the task should be created in this particular list. So for that we will move forward. And here I'm going to select my list from the drop down. Okay, the next is person responsible. I've already selected that, and the priority. So I'm going to select high priority of the task each time. And now let's click on save and send test request button. As we have done that, we can find that we have received the response. So let's go and check whether automatically the task is added in our list of Zoho projects or not. So here first of all, I'm going to refresh the page. And yes, we can find that a new task is automatically added over here. When I'm going to open this task, we can find that all the details of this task is given. This is the description, and here is also the due date. Okay, this means that our connection between Slack and Zoho Projects is perfectly successful. So what we will do, we will test this workflow once again. I'm going to go back towards Slack and I'm going to post a message over here on the community. And as soon as we will do that, automatically after 10 minutes, the same task will be added in Zoho Projects in our list. Okay, so I'm going to post a message over here. So I have drafted a message and now I'm going to send it over here on my channel. Hello team, this is a new task for social media team. The details are, task name is given over here, create a list for festive promotion post. Description is also given, we need to post regularly on social media for upcoming festive month. So find out the creative title for that and prepare a list for the same. Okay, titles, I'm going to add S over here. And now the due date is also given as 24/2024. Please complete the task before due date. As soon as I'm going to send this message, after 10 minutes, we will see that automatically a task will be added for the same message in Zoho Projects. So let's wait for 10 minutes. And yes, after 10 minutes, we can find that a new task is automatically created over here in the same list. And the task is this. So I'm going to open the task first of all. So the task is create a list for festive promotion post, and this is the whole description along with the due date. This means that our connection is perfectly successful and our workflow is running perfectly fine. So let's summarize what we have done here in this workflow. So we have taken very simple steps, trigger and action. In trigger, we have taken Slack, and in action, we have taken text formatter by Pabbly and Zoho Projects. And we have connected all of them with the help of Pabbly Connect in such a way that now whenever we are going to receive a new message on Slack, automatically according to that message, a task will be created in Zoho Projects. And in this way, by following the same steps, you can very easily create this automation for creating tasks automatically in Zoho Projects whenever a message will be received on Slack. Okay, so this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can integrate multiple such applications without any coding or programming skills with the help of Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can reach out to us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, you can reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also please like our video and subscribe our channel for more such amazing automations.